Hi, today we're going to be talking about emotional fitness. I'm Rainbow Abegg. I've been doing some videos on relationships, and today I'm going to tackle a really interesting part of relationships, which I think everybody deserves to know about themselves, and that is your attachment style in relationships. Attachment theory is how we all show up in relationships. What is your basic component, how you relate to other people, but this is going to be very individual for you. You don't necessarily pick your own attachment style. You get it from your caregivers through your experiences. But when you know about your attachment style, you can also become more emotionally fit by working on becoming a better, sound, secure person within yourself. So you can actually change your attachment style. You didn't give yourself your attachment style, but you can certainly work towards having a healthier attachment style. We all need people. We need relationships. We are biologically wired for other people to be in our life. So when you have caregivers as little children, they also, of course, had an attachment style that they gave to you, that they demonstrated to you, that they interacted with you. We all have different parts of ourselves that we probably want to become more emotionally fit, where we want to be able to show up in the strongest aspect of ourselves. And that's where, when you learn about attachment style, you can have a better understanding on what you're working towards so that your life feels more solid and you feel more stable within yourself and you can emotionally regulate. So let's get into the attachment styles. The beginning attachment style that I want to talk about is a secured attachment style. I believe that we can all work towards gaining a secured attachment style, and some people just through their life experiences actually develop a more secured attachment style. So somebody that's more securely attached feels a positive aspect about themselves, about other people. They're trust-based people, and they have a point of view that basically you can trust other people, that they feel trustworthy. They're comfortable within themselves. They're comfortable in relationships. They're actually comfortable needing other people and getting their own needs met as well. So hopefully, as we learn about ourselves and we learn how to become a more securely attached person, it helps to bring that kind of stability. The secure attached people actually can match up with the other attachment styles as well. They tend to bring security into relationships. The problem is a lot of times we attract in people who have a very opposing attachment style, which brings a lot of emotional dysregulation, and it can feel like the relationships feel a little more work and combative. So understanding this about yourself, your partner, and even what it is if you're not in a relationship, what you would like to create and bring in, might also explain some of your other dynamics in your relationships, brothers, sisters, friends. One of the first attachment styles I want to talk about is anxious attached. Anxiously attached people have an interesting point of view because they're much more positive about how they view other people, much harder on themselves, maybe even have a more negative perspective about themselves. I take that up to expectations. Give other people a pass, not yourself. They can be very anxiety-filled, hence the title, Anxiously Attached. So it feels very untrusting, life feels very uncertain for them. They can be a little more clingy, need more reassurance. And again, it's just come from what they have been shown in life and what's happened to them. So an anxiously attached person just needs more reassurance. They don't feel super solid in themselves or in relationships. Anxious attached people may have more of a sense of being left. So abandonment issues, afraid that he'll leave, she'll leave. So they're constantly on watch for that as well. Avoidant attached people seem more independent. They often think actually pretty positive about themselves, and they're a little more suspect of other people. They can be very aware of the good that they're doing, and they will have more of a detached style. So they can be very independent. They seem to not really need other people. They like alone time. Relationships can feel overwhelming at times. They will need space away. And so their perspective basically is, I can live without you. Avoidant attachment styles put up a lot of walls. If you have an argument or a disagreement, they have a tendency to want to withdraw, go away for a while. They can become reclusive. So you can see, if you understand a little bit about attachment style, it's going to help you understand yourself and other people, and also be able to look within your dynamics where you can gain better relationship skills. And finally, there's fearful attachment, also called disorganized. A fearful attached person has a negative perspective on themselves. They have a negative perspective outside of themselves. They're more tend to be abusive people, even self-harming. Everything can feel very disorganized in their world. A lot of fear, very much no trust. And relationships can feel hard to really bond with someone because the outcome they already believe is going to be a negative outcome. And so they don't trust. They don't really feel the value within themselves, nor do they always find the value within relationship. So it can be just a very fear-based attachment style. It can feel getting close almost feels like a threat. Now, I'm not sponsored by this author or this book, but I do love this book, and there's a quiz in here on attachment, your attachment style. So I love the book, Attached. It has a lot of information about your attachment style in it. I've recommended this to a lot of clients. Now, when I work with people on their attachment style, you can learn how to migrate towards that secured attachment style. Once you know if you're an anxiety attached person, then you can learn how to breathe through what feels like the anxiety in the relationship. It can give you a different dialogue that you can have. But it can also help you to understand that it's very common for an anxiously attached person to also seek out an avoidant. When you have that dialogue, say you're in a relationship with someone that's more of an avoidant, and you understand that for an avoidant, emotions can flood them, they can feel overwhelmed. It's actually healthy for them to kind of take a relationship break. Then it won't feel so personal. If an avoidant also understands that you need more connection, then they can work on setting time aside, showing up for you, making sure they send a text, whatever it is that helps to fill your love bucket. So you can learn within your attachment style how to also work with your partner. When you don't understand your attachment style, then relationships can feel a lot like come here, go away. So there's a lot of pushback, and it can leave people chasing, pursuing, running away, rather than working towards that healthy aspect, working towards a more secure perspective. And if you're with someone that's very disorganized, obviously they need to have a stronger base for themselves. And again, like I said, that's why it's emotional fitness. It's how we do the work on ourselves to become better for the relationship that we're in. Attachment style definitely is interplaying in our relationships. So what attachment style do you think you are? Leave a comment below. And also, if you need some help in a relationship, I love doing couples coaching. And to be able to help each person first understand themselves, take responsibility for themselves, understand a very baseline about their attachment style. Get the book Attached and test yourself. What is your attachment style? Listen to this video and see where you might place yourself. I think people have a certain pretty on target assessment of themselves if they know a little bit of the steps within the theory, what you're looking for. So attachment theory can really help take your relationship to the next level, can help depersonalize when someone needs a little space, or if you need a little bit more, it gives you permission to ask for what you need without it having to be that there's maybe something wrong with you. But again, remember, we're all working towards being more secure. Security starts within yourself. Now, somebody that's already has a secure attachment style actually does really well with an anxious person. They don't mind giving them extra contact. They don't mind sending the text or the phone calls. And they also actually do really well with a dismissive type of avoidant because they're okay giving them space. So as we all work towards becoming more secure, it just increases our own bandwidth of emotional regulation within ourselves. It can make relationships much stronger. So learn your attachment style. If this video was helpful, please smash that like, subscribe, and share button. And let me know if there's other topics you would like to know. If you have some questions about attachment style, we can take it a little bit deeper. Learn your attachment style, become more emotionally fit, and enjoy your relationship to the fullest. I don't believe you have to fully change who you are. I want you to be who you are, but also becoming more secure within your attachment style. Remember, you didn't pick your attachment style, but you can grow into a more secure, emotionally regulated, solid person that can just enjoy life and deepen your relationships. So I hope this was helpful. Give me your feedback and let's pick it up next week. We'll continue our dialogue on relationships. Have a great day. Blessings.